Welcome everyone. What I'm about to show you is something that I'm only showing because I've been encouraged to by several people. Take a look at what happened last night. I'll come back and tell you the story. Okay, breathe. It's gonna be okay. Just breathe. Fan's going. I don't know if you... Panic attack. Panic attack. Oh my god. It's calming down. Breathing. I haven't had one in a long time. Breathing good. Not bad. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you've ever had a panic attack. I haven't had a panic attack in so long. I've learned to take it minute by minute. And when I can't take minute by minute, I go second to second. Breathe in, breathe out. If I was to describe you what I see right now, it's a tunnel. It's like those things we used when we were kids. I don't remember the name. You looked in them, and there were tubes, and you would turn them, and there were colors, but there are no colors. It's a kaleidoscope. Everything in my room, it's like forms, and they're falling in on me. Much more calm. My heart's slowed. My breathing's more regular. I wouldn't have thought to do this in the midst of an attack, but a follower suggested this to me. You guys, you're not alone. Everything here looks so perfect on the outside. No one knows what happens during one of these and what goes through your mind and what triggers it. I've been lying here almost an hour. The only reason I'm doing it is Lindsey suggested it. I wouldn't let you see me this way. But if one person could know they're not alone, it's worth it. I'll come back tomorrow and I'll let you know what happened. I know you're not alone. I made it through. No cutting. No harmful thoughts. There were times when I'd go through these. I didn't know if I was going to live or if I wasn't. But as I lied here, it's going away because now I can think. I couldn't think, but as I lay here on my bed, I remembered the news, things that happened to me when I was a kid, flashbacks to my dad, things we spoke about before he died, things with one of my doctors. That has not happened to me to that extent in years. I've had smaller ones. Yes, I'm going public with this. And those of you that say it's attention seeking, you should be ashamed of yourselves. There are people that suffer from this every day, and they feel alone like I did. I am going to tell my story, all of it. The good, the bad, the ugly. There were triggers on the news yesterday morning about the Catholic Church and the sexual abuse and things that had happened. I didn't put it together. At first I thought it was my allergies acting up again. But as the day progressed, things got worse. And it kept flashing up on the news. And I was telling my husband about it. And I didn't stop to really monitor myself and how I was feeling and what was going on to realize you need to evaluate your situation. You need to find out what's happening, Terry. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on this video. This is just sort of my introductory
here's my story. I've been floundering on this channel. I've wanted to tell this because from my blog that I had, I know people suffer alone in silence. People take their lives because they feel like they're alone. What happened to me, last night I was sitting there on the couch and all of a sudden I felt like I was in a cage. The walls were coming in. I started to sweat. I started ripping my clothes off. I was freaking out. I didn't know what was going on. I got in my room. I got everything off. I got in bed and I'm like, what the is going on with me? What is happening? It hadn't happened in so long and it snuck up on me. A box was opened yesterday when I heard the news of the Catholic Church and the sexual abuse. Talks I had had with my dad before he died. I went into a full-blown panic attack. It wasn't the worst I've ever had. But as I laid there in my bed, I remembered something in an email from a follower that said, perhaps when you're in the middle of a panic attack, you can film it so people know they're not alone. I'd never thought of that. I would never let anyone see me in that state. But you know what? There are people suffering from these things and they feel like they're by themselves. They feel they're fighting a war that they can't win. They feel their world is crumbling. You're not alone. It happened to me. Join me through my journey because I'm going to let you know what I went through. The good, the bad, the ugly. I'm going to let you know what I did to myself, what triggered things, what I lost, what I gained. But I'm showing this panic attack because people need to know you're not alone. I went through it. There were days I didn't think I would live. There were days I was sure I was going to take my life. And I didn't know why. Things were clawing at me. I'll get into more detail on another video. I'll try to upload these my personal journey once or twice a week. But if I feel it's going to harm me mentally or my stability, I'm going to stay for a little bit until I feel more able to share. But I guess what I really want to say is, when you find out everything that happened to me, you're going to know you're not alone. And I'm here to tell you that if I could make it through what I made it through and come out alive and happy with my life pulled back together, you can too. There are people there for you. I ignored it for so long, but there are people there. I'm asking you to subscribe. Drop some comments below. Let me know. Are you suffering? What's helped you in your panic attacks? Follow me on my journey and watch and see and hear what happened, the stories behind the ink on my body, and how I found the light at the end of the tunnel, how I remarried my husband that I had left in 2013 because I was crazy. I wouldn't acknowledge what was going on with me until I was forced to. I learned, I experienced, I let it out. My husband and I are back together. But the point is, I made it through. If I made it through the things that happened to me, you can too. I'll be there for you. Come along. Please subscribe. Please comment. Please share. If there's anyone you know that's out there suffering, please share this with them. With that, I'm going to say peace out, and I'll see you next time. Have a fantastic evening.
almost forgot one of the most important things. I wanted to thank 3 of the people, 3 of the channels that pushed me, that gave me the inspiration, that gave me the courage to publish this, to go public with everything, and to tell my story. And that's Jeff Bartsch at Story Greenlight, Lindsey Murphy, and Kati Morton. I'm going to be linking their channels in the description bar. Check them out, and thank you so much, guys, for the encouragement. Have an awesome day.